Shalom, Israel. So first and foremost, I want to give all praises to the great I am. So we got a nice little discussion that we're going to have. You know something? I wasn't going to even say anything about this. I wasn't going to even address it. But there's something significant about this that needs to really be brought out. I'm going to bring it out. I'm going to give you my feedback from my perspective. And I would love to see what you have to say about it as well in the comment section. So as you know, and I'm sure everybody knows by now, that Kanye put out a tweet that got all the media world in a frenzy and somewhat in a uproar, and so look, we're gonna go ahead and cut right to the chase. Let's just go ahead and get to the tweet. So he goes on to say in this tweet, "I'm a bit sleepy tonight, but when I wake up, I'm going DEFCON 3 on Jewish people. The funny thing is, I actually can't be anti-Semitic because black people are actually Jews also. You guys have toyed with me and tried to blackball anyone who ever opposes your agenda." I find this very interesting because, as we know, this is not the first time Kanye has said something that was out of the ordinary for most celebs to say, because most people will not say what he said in this tweet. Now, just to kind of give you a flashback about, this is not the first time Kanye has said something that was out of the ordinary. I remember about 20 years ago when Katrina was going on, when the hurricane came through and the levees broke, and they, we all know what happened. They blew them up, and a lot of our people died in that and drowned. And, but let me play a clip of that time about 20 years ago. And you can see what I'm talking about here. And then we'll come back and then we're going to address this tweet. We're going to break it down and just get into it.
The city has changed dramatically, tragically, and perhaps irreversibly. There's now over 25 feet of water where there was once city streets and thriving neighborhoods.
I hate the way they portray us in the media. If you see a black family, it says they're looting. See a white family, it says they're looking for food. And it's been 5 days because most of the people are black. And even for me to complain about, I would be a hypocrite because I've tried to turn away from the TV because it's too hard to watch. I've even been shopping before even giving a donation. So now I'm calling my business manager right now to see what is the biggest amount I can give, and just to imagine if I was down there, and those are my people down there. So anybody out there that wants to do anything that we can help with the setup, the way America is set up to help the poor, the black people, the less well off as slow as possible. I mean, Red Cross is doing everything they can. We already realize a lot of the people that could help are at war right now, fighting another way, and they've given them permission to go down and shoot us.
And subtle, but in even many ways more profoundly devastating, is the lasting damage to the survivors' will to rebuild and remain in the area. The destruction of the spirit of the people of southern Louisiana and Mississippi may end up being the most tragic loss of all.
George Bush doesn't care about black people.
Y'all see the way old white dude looked back? That boy, like he about crapped his pants. But anyway, the reason why I wanted to bring this out is just to show you that this is not the first time Kanye said something out of the ordinary. Now, getting back to this tweet that was made a couple of days ago. Now the media and everybody, literally everybody, the whole world pretty much, is classifying him as delusional. He's going into his psychotic episode, what have you. But they're saying all kinds of stuff. That man has lost his mind. He's crazy. Now, I'm going to say this now. Do I personally think that Kanye is crazy? Absolutely not. Now, does he say and do a lot of crazy stuff? Absolutely. I mean, most people do in the celeb world. You know what I'm saying? But I personally don't think he is crazy. But like a lot of our people, I mean, I think he's still pretty lost and confused, And look, the brother, he knows the deal. And you cannot say that he does not know that we're Israelites, because he talked about it before when he was in a discussion with a group of other brothers. They talked about the Israelites. And, a lot of your rappers, your producers, they know the deal. All right. And so who's to say that the Spirit did not put this on him to say this, what he did? Because again, like I showed you, this is not the first time, and I showed you a clip from 20 years ago. And so getting back to the tweet, I mean, people are just having a heyday with this. And so, of course, people are going to classify him as crazy. Now, a lot of stuff I will say that he did set himself up, because this is what the media does, y'all. This is what they do. They know that our people excel in everything that they put their hands to. So when we're talking about the entertainment world, well, guess what? We have a lot of our people in the entertainment world, but what the owners of this entertainment world do is they love to set our people up to get them in a situation, do all kinds of crazy stuff, so they lose all their credibility. Because see, that's the power behind these heathens. So if they can take away a people's credibility, well, guess what? When Kanye comes out and says something like this, well, no one's going to really take him serious. Now, however, this is a really big deal. I personally believe this is a big deal for several reasons I'm going to explain. All right. So when he said, I'm just gonna go down to the part where it says, the funny thing is I actually can't be anti-Semitic because black people are actually Jews. Now, every time these Khazars, or they feel like somebody's saying something against them, or they feel like they've been wrong, they always want to cry anti-Semitic. Now, I'm glad, I praise the Most High that they don't use the word Shemitic, because Shemitic would be the right word to use, because that totally belongs to the chosen people of the Most High, which are the Negroes scattered to the four corners of the earth. I truly believe that the Most High would have destroyed them if they would have used the word Shemitic instead of Semitic. All right, so let's get that clear. That's why they refer to themselves as Israelis. Israelis. They also refer to themselves as Jewish, which means pertaining to. So when Kanye tweeted this, and when the media went into uproar, they're like, they don't even take this dude serious. And that's why they call him crazy. That's why they call him psychotic and what have you. But there's for good reasons. Now, I'll tell you why. Because one day Kanye is wearing a White Lives Matter shirt. The next day he's wearing a Trump hat. One day he shows up to a game wearing some kind of Eddie Murphy delirious bright red jacket with pantyhose over his head. I mean, who wouldn't think somebody like that is not psychotic? You know what I'm saying? And see, that's why I was saying in the beginning, do I personally think that Kanye is crazy? Absolutely not. Is he confused as hell? You better believe it. Dude is totally confused. But that does not excuse the fact what he tweeted is wrong. All right, he's definitely right about that. Especially the last part. He's definitely right about that, because the black people, the Negroes scattered to the four corners, are Israelites. Now he was spot on, and that's why I said that this is a big deal. Now you already know what the scripture says concerning our people. When you look at Deuteronomy 7, chapter 7 and verse 6, it says, "For you are a holy people unto YAHUAH. YAHUAH has chosen you to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth." Now, we did not write this Bible. The Most High has chosen a people above all nations. And see, this is what these heathens do not want to hear. Even though the fact that Kanye said it, by the time he says this, they've pretty much destroyed his credibility. So when he does come out and say something like this, guess what? Nobody's going to really take it serious. But see, they miscalculated because they don't understand how the Most High works. And we know that according to Psalms 83, we know that their main purpose, the heathens, was to disannul everything of the Most High. including his people. Cast them out, put them in prisons, all manner of things to them to take away our credibility, criminalize. Negroes, we are the most criminalized people on the face of the earth. Everything. They marginalize us to the point, to the size of a pin needle. So when you look at it, we're kind of in the same boat as Kanye. But even though we might not be celebrities, but here we are, we're giving this gospel and allowing the Most High to use us. A lot of brothers, out there and trying to wake up Israel across the world. But the reason why these heathens don't take us serious is because they look at us as a people. They see that we fight amongst one another. They see that we act like a total coon and idiots in front of our slave masters. And see, this is how they tear down our credibility. If you can get a people to not be trusted or be untrustworthy, well, guess what? You can get every nation on earth not to even take them seriously. I mean, I can sit here all day and just break down how they try to destroy our credibility. And a few examples, look how they put in media. They put the men with white women, and they encourage it. And our brothers, a lot of our brothers, they go for that stuff. They chase after that stuff. They got our black women wearing straight hair, just like their slave master white women. And I'm going to say this, and I don't want y'all to get offended, but you know how I'm going to say what I'm going to say. But this is what they're thinking in their mind. This is what these white heathens are thinking in their minds every time they probably see a Israelite woman with straight hair. Oh, look at these nigger bitches trying to be like us. Y'all know they saying that. Come on, let's keep it real. And it's like the more we become like our enemies, the less credibility we have. And see, that's why the Most High says you are a chosen people, a set apart people. We have a set of laws that are strictly for us. All right, are strictly for us. I'll show you. Psalms chapter 147 and verse 19 and 20. It says, He shows His word unto Jacob, His statutes and His judgments unto Yashar'el. He has not dealt so with any nation. He has not dealt so with any nation. And as for His judgments, they have not known them. So, there is no other nation that the Most High has given His laws to than Israel. Only Israel. But why do we want to accept what the heathens have? Why do we want to choose their ways? Why do we want to be like them? Why do we want to copy everything that they have? And this is why the Most High is going to have to separate us, because the longer our people are entwined with the heathens, the more our people are going to become like them. And that's why there's going to be a remnant. It's going to only be a remnant. So getting back to this tweet, so when Kanye comes out and he says this, and he says that, I cannot be anti-Semitic because, the blacks are Israelites. And again, he's right. And it's a big deal for the fact that, this guy probably, I looked up his network, I think it's like around 6 billion. It's probably going to drop tremendously after this, but who do you know, especially Israelite celebrities with that type of network, that will come out and say something like this, without the fear of losing all that money? Because, it's going to be pretty much over for him on this note. But hey, I'm glad that the Most High put the Spirit in him to say that, but no one's perfect. Neither is he, neither is us, but we are striving every day for those who are striving to keep the commandments with all their heart, mind, and soul. We're going to have to continue to push this message out. We're going to have to continue to lay the groundwork. Who knows? Maybe Kanye, maybe some of these other folks that have been listening to some of our videos. Who knows? But that's besides the point. But the point is the fact that this was said, and now it's causing a big stir. But guess what? They don't want to. The heathens don't want to. They're not going to address it. I guarantee you, because you know why? They're going to just focus on the fact that, oh, he's crazy, he's delusional, he's psychotic. So what kind of credibility are you going to have? You see what I'm saying? And see, that's the same thing they do to us as a people. And this is one of the reasons why, many of us are not shut down, because, I could sit here and talk about this all day. I could talk about the laws. I can show you biblically as well as physically, scientifically, that the people of the Most High, the Negroes, are the true children of Israel. I can sit there and say it all day, but because of the heathens have marginalized us to the point where no one really takes us serious. But you know what? That doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, guess who has the final word? That's right, the Almighty. And he's already said that, he has a chosen people that's going to come out on top. So the more of us that really buckle down and keep these commandments with all our hearts, mind, and soul, the more stuff that we're going to see, the more things that the Almighty is going to reveal to his people. But we just have to buckle down and, put our hands to the plow. Because guess what? These heathens have been trying to destroy our credibility ever since we got off these boats. And y'all already know, that's the facts, all right? And so with everything, the drugs, the prison, the whole war against our people within themselves, the women against the men, and the men against the women, and it's a lot. It's a lot, because we are not together as a people, not yet. And so with this being said, I think that this could lead to something, maybe this can lead to more people coming out. Who knows, but the problem is that our people, when they get in this position, they are so scared to lose everything. What did the scripture says, Luke 17 and verse 33 says, whosoever shall seek to save his life shall lose it, and whosoever shall lose his life shall preserve it. So in other words, these material things, it's not going to matter. Look, we came into this world with nothing. We're going to leave this world with nothing. And our people are stressing out over material things because they scared to speak the truth of losing the dollar. A dollar with heathens' faces on them. Come on, y'all. This ain't even our money. It's not even our money. But yet our people are just like the heathens, And the most worshipped material on the face of this earth is money. And the money is the heathen's God. And is the heathen's gods. And it's a shame that our people are making it their God as well. So I'm glad that somebody's speaking out. I don't care if they call the man crazy, delusional, psychotic, whatever. You know what? Because they're going to label all of us like that anyway. At the end of the day, we already know what Psalms 83 says. There is a plot against the chosen. It's always been a plot against the chosen of the Most High. And it's going to continue to be a plot until the Most High has the final word. But there is something that we can do as a people. We got to continue to encourage our brothers and sisters to keep these commandments, laws, and statutes. And it's going to be tough. Yeah, and this walk is not easy. And, we have a long road ahead of us. We've got a lot of work to do. But we got to start somewhere. So I just wanted to just touch on this. I thought it was interesting that he said that. I'm not surprised that he said that because, like I said, Kanye has talked about, Israelites before and everything, and they know, they know. But the media is all upset for the fact that he said that. But even though they're ignoring that piece, they're like homing in on the fact that, they're saying that he's psychotic and crazy and all this and delusional, and with all that stuff that he's been doing, to the masses, yeah, he's gonna seem like the dude is nutty. But we know the deal, Israel. We know who we are as a people. We don't need no heathens to validate that for us. All right, the Spirit already validates that for us. Romans 8:16, it says, the Ruach, or the Spirit itself, bears witness with our spirit that we are the children of YAHUAH. Verse 17, and if children, then heirs of YAHUAH, and joint heirs with MASHIACH. If so be that we suffer with him, that we may be also glorified together. That's powerful, y'all. And, you know, like I said, I can be here all day just quoting scriptures, but look, there's enough videos that I've done where it proves through and through who the true people of Israel are. So, you know, it's undisputed, y'all. It's an undisputed match. These heathens have nothing on us. No case, no nothing. Look, they can try to take away our credibility all they want to, because guess what? In the end, he's going to have a chosen people that's going to come out victorious. You ain't got to worry about that. Never. And so, that being said, hey, I'd like to hear your thoughts on this, what you think and everything. And, you know, and let's see, let's just see what happens. And as we move forward and as we get closer and closer, you know, to whatever's going to happen that the Most High has prepared. That's all we can do. All right, with that being said, I say shalom and stay strong.